Let's go fishing with Compleat Angler.
If there is one fishery that has just gone ahead, it's gangbusters, it's Lake Eildon. As a kid, all I caught was the odd redfin there. Now, it is what you'd say arguably one of the best cod fisheries around.
Definitely a booming cod fishery. The fact that there's been over 1 million fish put in there in the last few years by fisheries, they've determined it suitable to be fished all year round. So that means the middle of winter, you know, later in winter when traditional cod fishing is shut, you can actually go up there and target these fish and not do them any damage. So it gives anglers lots of opportunities to hook onto a big fish. All
right, now what's the trick? So lure fishing is obviously all the go. That's what it is these days. How, where and when and why? Give me all the lowdown.
Well, there's a lot to go through, but with a lure casting style for Murray cod, say at Lake Eildon, we've got two typical outfits for what we'd use. We're generally going to start with a lighter, low profile bait casting outfit. So something like this is really ideal for casting your traditional spinnerbaits, maybe some of the smaller lures on offer, probably up to something around this sort of size. So a heavier outfit, and this is what people would call a traditional swim bait outfit. It's a big double-handed outfit, really gives you that casting power, that long sort of probing, searching casting with these big lures, designed to handle these big lures and the weight and fish them effectively. With this type of method, you're really probing long into that area and having a really long retrieve. So you've got more chance of getting hit over that longer cast.
What do we do for someone that's come, you know, they drop in here, Dandenong, right, I'm going to Eildon, what do I need to do? How do I do it?
There's quite a few launching areas on Lake Eildon. There's over 500 kilometres of shoreline. It's going to look daunting. It's a great big dam. There's lots of structure. So we want to send them to an area and give them a general area to look for some structure in. So obviously cod do sit around the structure. So whether that's vertical timber, rock walls, there might be big clay mud flats. There's lots of different things to look at. And it's just a matter of really hitting that area hard, basically.
What do we do next?
Well, I suppose we should talk about line. I mean, you want a nice round, but normally a 4-strand coarse braid. Because you're running a lot of these lures in around structure and potentially rubbing that line up, you do want a line that is going to last, is going to go the distance when it's being rubbed over that structure before you even hook a fish. Leader, I mean, you want a nice hard-coated leader. Some guys will opt for fluorocarbon, some guys will opt for a hard-coated mono like this particular one. Both are fine. If you can go the extra couple of bucks, fluorocarbon's beneficial in Eildon because Eildon's very clear water. Those fish are really keen on that lure and following that lure and eyeballing it for a long time. So you want to do anything you can to get that bite.
Now, to the most important part, the lures. What's the recommendation there? Obviously, you've got to get them all because we're fishermen, so we need a box full of lures.
That's exactly right.
Do you start with the surface lure pre-dawn, then go to your wake bait, and then go to your swim bait as the sun comes up? Is there a formula?
There's a very general formula, as you've just said, that you could follow. If you're going to fish for fish like Murray cod at Eildon and you're going to be out there during the night or the dark hours, I would be focusing on something that's making as much commotion as possible. Whether it is a surface wake bait style lure or a surface crawler, you're really trying to get that fish's attention when there's no light. As that light sort of starts to come up, sunrise into the morning, you might drop down deeper to an actual swim bait, and as the sun's right overhead, you know, traditional spinnerbaits and chatterbaits really get that bite when things are slow.
So trick is, come and see the guys at the Compleat Angler and get that info, not just on the fish, but on other things like the best place to launch and how, you know, how high the lake is and what you've been catching. And of course, you can get the latest on the lures, the line, and the rods and reels.
Let's go fishing with Compleat Angler.